All right. Huge tank buffs coming in. Overwatch patch. Let's see how OP they are. Let's see how OP tanks have become. I'm a tank player, so gotta love when tank buffs come in and make our role even more OP. Because who wants to play tank when it's not OP? Nobody. Tank role is just pain and suffering. But all right. Overwatch and Porsche. So everybody go buy your Porsches. New Diva skin actually looks pretty cool. Haven't had a chance to check out the sound effects in game, but there's a cool thing that they're doing. At least they're doing collabs with you know, other big companies other than just anime. So that's pretty sick. Future's looking up. Future is looking up. All right. Moving on to the first thing here. Competitive play updates. The motion protection modifier. Okay, well, I'm hoping that they just make it like Valorant, where if you have that demotion protection, it just counts as a free loss. You're at 1%, you lose, you go to 0, and it's not if you lose again, you're minus 80% going into the next one, because this was a complete sham and a lie, because you actually didn't get the protection. It was you still lost all that percentage. So if you won the next game, you go plus 0%. But let's see what they said. Modifier has been removed from below the rank progress bar itself to improve visibility when a player is in demotion protection state. Occurs, you will not be told when your progress is below that skills division's range. Lose your demotion match. Rank adjust. Okay. I think I'm just dumb. But I don't really understand. If you lose your demotion match, the skill rank adjustment will show only the adjustment from that match instead of the net total. So if you're at like 5% and you lose, you go into that demotion protection state or whatever, right? And if you win your next one, are you still only like plus 5% because you minus 20% from that loss earlier? Is it? So it's the demotion thing is still, there's no demotion protection, right? It just, is that what this means? So to show you only the adjustment from the match instead of the net total. I mean, that's the same thing though, right? If it says plus 5%, the same as you getting, yeah. The visual change, yeah. I don't know. That's too much for my Overwatch brain to handle, bro. I just want simple fix. Just you're at 1%, you lose, cool, you go to 0. Move on. Not minus 40 if you lose 2 matches. But all right, whatever, man. Moving on. New pressure competitive modifier. Oh, okay, we haven't seen this one yet. This rank modifier appears for players who are at the far end of the overall skill distribution. For players who are very highly ranked, like champion, this modifier will show when you don't earn as much progress from winning a match or drop more progress from losing a match. You're very low ranked, like below bronze, this modifier will show when you earn more progress for winning a match or drop less. So pretty much you're always going to have pressure because we're at the top end of the ELO scale. So like if you're GM3 and then it's Masters 1 to GM3, right, that lobby, because the game puts you in that, you're always going to have pressure, so you're going to be gaining less points for that. Or does that just say pressure, but it doesn't actually affect your rank distribution? So it's just another modifier that they throw at the bottom for you to see. I mean, okay. It was added to show how our highest and lowest skill raters are being pushed toward a more average rank. Could have play already calculates this modifier into your skill rank adjustments, but it wasn't visible until now. Okay, so yeah, it's just another text to add to the list of things. Okay. Sure, man. Grouping restrictions. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be huge. I want to be able to play with friends. Skill tier legend was updated to show the changes to grouping restrictions that were applied in previous updates. Grandmaster can now queue up within 3 divisions to be considered narrow group. Champion can now group within 1 division to be considered a narrow group. Okay. I like this change because before you could just never play with anybody. It would be like you were within the same group and it's still wide and then you're in a, 18-hour queue. So, good. I think this is fine. I think you should be able to duo Grandmaster Champion anyways. So I would even be okay with be able to duo 1 through 5. That still makes sense. But, we're not going to see very many Champion 1s. It's going to be like Champion 4 and 5 pretty much. I don't think that's going to be used as much. Let's see. When a player is currently on a loss streak, the matchmaker will try to avoid putting the player on a team that is statistically calculated to have a lower chance of winning. Wait, you're telling me that the game, when I'm winning a lot, is going to put me in a statistically match where I'm supposed to lose? So now if you're losing, it's like, hey, man, we're going to give you a pick-me-up game so you don't lose. Oh, man. I mean, I think this... I mean, a loss streak essentially... Like, yeah, I don't know. I think this is kind of funny that they add something like this. And then once if you lose when you're statistically supposed to, so then you lose even more percentage. Like, hey, man, yeah, you're supposed to win this, so you're only going to get 5% expected win. But now that you lost, you're actually going to get even more of a loss streak with a 30% one because you're supposed to win. Okay. But here we go. The big tank updates. Come on. This is what the moment we've all been waiting for. All right. Armor health has been reverted to provide a flat damage reduction of 5 per projectile, up to a maximum of 50% damage reduction. Okay. Out of combat health regeneration changed from 20 health per second to 10 health per second plus 5% maximum HP. This thing is huge for healing tanks. When like the fight just ended and let's just say you're the only tank alive and you're not the only tank, but only person alive and like the healers are dead. This 5% maximum health can actually get you to survive a lot. Has a lot of health. But it's still out of combat, so it doesn't really help the in combat. So yeah, this is only for, a staggered fight kind of thing. So I think this is fine. Doesn't really change much for the actual like gameplay of the game, but this is huge for tanks damage, armor damage reduction. Okay, roll passive for the tanks. Tanks now have a 25% damage reduction against critical headshot damage. Nice. Knockback resistance increased from 30% to 50%. Lucio mains, crying in the grave. Yep. No longer booped across the map. We are safe from Frogger. We are safe from him. No more booped into the well of Ilios. But I think this... just, I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan of just giving tanks 25% damage reduction against critical headshots. This is kind of just like promoting people to be like, hey man, I know you can hit a crit, but now it's not even worth trying to do crits. I mean, you still do that extra damage, but I think there's like plenty other ways to buff tanks inserted like ones rather than just, doing this. But we'll see. We just played we've only played 2 games so far, and yeah, I don't know, I haven't really noticed much of a difference with that yet. But okay, this is for buff regardless. Junker Queen now. Junker Queen did need some help. Junker Queen needed some help, so let's see what happens here, what they do into Junker Queen. I'm for a Junker Queen meta. Able to activate commanding shout while swinging her axe or during her ultimate ability. Okay, this massive quality of life improvement. Massive. This is crazy. Make it more responsive. Yeah, additional burst of health. Yeah. Okay. I do like this. Commanding shout can now be activated while using other abilities. Cooldown reduced from 14 to 12 seconds. Okay, so cooldown reduction plus if you need to do damage and still have shout up. Yeah, okay. I do like that. I don't know if this is enough to make her like meta, but it's a good quality of life change for her. Sigma no longer requires line of sight to the center of the effect. We looked at this right when we got in, so hey, let's just go ahead and take one little detour to show that off real quick and then back into it, because this would be kind of wild, if you ask me. Kind of wild, man. So now, instead of you needing to ulti and hit people, you can be like, hey man, let's go get a mercy res ulti going, and bam, you go through walls. You don't need line of sight. So yeah, no, don't think so. I think that should probably gonna end up getting changed. I don't think that's probably good for the game. It makes the game a lot more casual and less skillful of you needing to think where you need to place an ultimate. It's better for like the average, I guess, player, but I don't know. I don't like making certain skills just dummy easy, and that's kind of what this does. But I mean, I play Sigma, so I'm not gonna hate on the buff because it's kind of insane. You know, the ulti people through walls now because there's no LOS, right? There's like, oh, I'm gonna go hide behind this wall and be safe from flux. Now you're gonna get fluxed through the wall, so you just throw it in the middle of everybody. There's no hiding. Yeah, so Sigma is kind of a massive buff. He was already used on, you know, the long distance maps anyways, so I think, yeah, kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't think Sigma players even asked for that, because that's kind of just like, why would you do this? I wouldn't be surprised if they revert this change, just because of how kind of OP it is. But you know, whatever, man. I'll take it. Wrecking Ball has been getting a lot of buffs recently. Just got his huge grapple buff, so now they're getting even more ball buffs. It's been performing much better after his recent update, and these tuning changes will help his abilities feel more impactful. Some impact damage increase from. Okay, so they're increasing damage again. Movement lockout duration for enemies increase from 0.5 to 0.7. Okay, so I think this is like reverted. I think it used to be lockout for this long, and then they made it really short. So now they're making it the same that it was before. Wilds back. And Minefields, damage increase from 130 to 165. Knockback increase from 5 to 10. Damn, so they're just going off of buffing everything for ball. Okay. These changes look pretty big for amount of his burst damage. I'm not sure. Like, it makes him be like better in his niche, but yeah. I think he's like at the top level, still gonna be, you know, counter just the same. But he's fun up until, you know, counter watch happens. But I think ball definitely needed some help, so I'm okay with those. We'll see. I haven't played against any ball players yet, so about to do a couple of ranked matches and wait to see one. But then all you do is just go Mauga, sadly. And what's ball gonna do? So, so there's always gotta be one way to counter something, and that's just one of those characters that everything counters him. Hog's insane with that reduction to headshots. Hog is, you know, smiling his way out of the bacon pen, you know. He's cooking now. But okay, Zarya. Zarya also, I feel like, needed a little bit of help. Let's go see what happened to her. We've been increasing the value of some tank ultimates to account for the increased health pools. Okay, Graviton Surge radius increased from 6 to 7 meters. That's pretty massive. Duration increased from 3.5 to 4. Okay, so a way longer duration and bigger radius. I mean, 1 meter is kind of insane. Yeah, you know, bro, hey, you get 1 extra inch, you're pretty happy about that one. Am I right or am I right? So I don't know how to really test the Zarya one. I guess we just go into practice range, just lob it pretty far away. And so we could see it, I guess.
We will crush them.
I mean, okay, this is 5'10", so that's 5 meters. Okay, so now we can grab like this far. Don't get sucked in. You know, I think hard blue's pretty happy with this because now there's no way you get a hard blue grab, right? Bro, you can like launch that all the way, you know, in Narnia from somebody and they're getting grabbed. So honestly, that's pretty great. Oh, you can grab him on the wall too? Is that supposed to be something different? Is that, did it not used to just swirl him around in circles? Is that... I mean, it looks kind of funny. Is that how it's supposed to be? I feel like that's like a nerf. I feel like when people got grabbed, they were stationary, right? So did they make this to where people move? So now we, I feel like that's kind of like a nerf if everybody's jiggling around, right? It's harder to hit shots. I swear when people were in grab, they stood still. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm also not a Zarya main, so... yeah. Yeah, they didn't say anything about that. There's no way. Wait, right? Is that a new change of that moving around fast? I saw people when people got grabbed, they were not moving like that. Maybe, I don't know, man. I think it's changed. Yeah, let me know in the comments or something. Those of you that know. They were stationary? Yeah, that has to be a change. That has to be a change. Oh no, Junkrat. This Junkrat buffs. This hope. Please no. Please no. Okay. Junkrat's weapon has a great damage output, but is unreliable outside of close range due to its slow projectile speed. Vulture would have something to say about this. I've seen this guy snipe people with his Junkrat left clicks. So yeah, let's not buff Junkrat. Thank you. Impact damage increased from 40 to 45. Okay, total damage increased from 120 to 125. So they increased this. So is the one-shot combo back or still not enough? If the one-shot combo is still not there, 2-tap is back. Okay, but there's still no one-shot. So before you turn a corner as, you know, a squishy support, you know, I'm a tank, so it doesn't really matter to me, but for all the support homies that are getting hunted down like a cheetah and a gazelle, we're not a fan of getting one-tapped, and I don't like it when my supports get one-tapped without me being able to react. So 2 direct hits for an elimination without making his combo with Condition Mine deadly as before. Okay. So the left clicks, you're still good, but the one-shot combo isn't back. So you can't like left click mine and then they're dead. That's okay. Having to hit 2, I think is fine. What was it, 3 before? You had to hit 3 shots? Yeah, if you can hit a person that's in the air with 1 left click as they're flying, then you deserve the kill, man. You deserve it. Still don't like Junkrat, but Whatever. Throw him a bone. Throw him a bone, man. Echo. Okay. Echo kind of strong recently. Ultimate gain multiplier while transformed increased from 4 to 4.5. Okay. Yeah, like when Echo ulted with not getting like the max amount of like health or whatever, she kind of died pretty fast. Yeah, so it was often a charged ultimate. Yeah. So, okay. I mean, I think Echo is still strong regardless. So this kind of just like buffs and makes Echo even stronger. But I think this is fine. You're probably only going to be able to get one ultimate anyways before you die in most cases. So, I'm okay with that. Echo buffs can rejoice. Hanzo. The Dragon Strike ultimate hasn't been effective since outside being used in the combos. Yeah, some Zarya Hanzo combos. So we're increasing the speed to help position it. It's less of a zoning tool, more as a deadly damage. Okay, speed increase from 12 to 15 meters per second. Okay, that's pretty fast. Okay. Yeah, so we were talking about this earlier. If it speeds up faster, yeah, does it do less damage in a grab because it passes through everybody? Or is like the range still the same, like, you know, how long it lasts? Yeah, it's maybe they just make the dragon longer and they make it just the front of him go faster, right? Surely that's what it is, because otherwise if it goes past faster, that's going to do less damage as it goes. Surely they just make the dragon longer and make him go faster. That has to be what it is, because otherwise it's a nerf. For the most part, right? Oh, CarQ Mythbusters. Let's check this one out. But okay. I mean, have the dragon going faster once you get used to it. I think this is just better because, you know, you can zone off somebody without, you know, messing up by them going too fast, and you can, you know, still zone people with it going faster. Just place it better. But yeah, usually you only use Dragon Strike to kill, the CC targets. Okay, so last one now. Brig. Oh boy, dude. Brig buffs? Brig buffs? Nobody asked for this. Nobody, man. Nobody. Nobody asked for brig buffs. Nobody wants brig buffs. Nobody wants them. Counter Winton? No. I want to have fun with Winton, not have more people play brig and counter me. Okay? Thank you. And where's the Ryan buffs at? Where's Ryan? Okay, so resetting the shield wait, hold up. Rally now resets shield bash upon activation. Brig gets 2 bashes? Yeah, Mace to the face is happy about this one, that's for sure. Okay, resetting the shield bash. Cooldown on ultimate activation was too much potential burst damage for Brig. Wait, isn't that what they're just doing though? The average maximum health of everyone was lower. Oh, but now it's more reasonable. Now that... So it can be more lethal. Oh. I mean... Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild that you get a... I mean, you're not stunning somebody when you ult anyways. The first one is like the... Yeah, like the non-CC, right? And then ulti is the stun CC. I don't know. I still think... Yeah. I don't know, man. Don't know how I feel about this one. We'll have to see about, you know, you jump in and then you get double bashed twice. It's gonna just look and feel kind of weird. But okay. That is all the buffs. Okay. Well, if any dev ever watches this, let's get the Reinhardt buff. Let's go put this in here that everybody should get. Reinhardt speed boost on Fire Strike hit. There you go. Solves engaging problem. Promotes good gameplay. Yeah. And then Ramatra let's be able to change the shield angle like Maywall. All right, so it's not just in the front all the time when you try and move it. Let me be able to hit a, turn it and shield some teammates. Thumbs up emoji. Those are the two changes that the tanks need, and I think those are some nice ones that we can use. But let's see. Yeah, I don't think anything else is really... Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, there you go. That is all the updates for the new tank patch. Honestly, it looks pretty good. We'll go try some games out now. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the YouTubes. Watch the Twitch streams every day. And until next video. Peace.